start stream. Yes. It's the.
Oh, you're back.
We back. Twitch is almost back, right? Is Twitch back right now?
Twitch is back.
Twitch is back. God, everything that could go wrong today. All right. Let's handle these onions. All right, we back? We back? Jesus, that's the worst thing in the world. If you guys joined me at the beginning of the stream, I said anything that could go wrong today went wrong. And it doesn't matter because I tried something new. I raised my bit rate and I think my computer was just like, hey, don't do that. But as I was trying to do that, our onions got a good amount of color on them, so. That's some nice curry. Nothing else can go wrong now. You're right. All right. So let's talk chicken. Let's talk chicken. Let's talk turkey, except chicken, right? So, how many of you guys like pork schnitzel, or like cutlets or things of that nature? Okay. Let's talk chicken. So we're going to be making chicken katsu, which is going to be basically chicken cutlets fried in panko breadcrumbs. So panko breadcrumbs are going to be these thick guys right here. You see there's a lot of good texture to these breadcrumbs. And we're just going to be using some chicken breast, but I want to show you guys how easy this is. You get crispy, delicious chicken. Let me get a pan. You get crispy, delicious chicken. It's real easy, and you can make them ahead of time. So we've got one chicken breast here, right? I cannot believe the stream went down. I'm so heartbroken over that. It's all right. I think I'm more heartbroken that that the whatchamacallits, the onions got a little more color than I wanted. Okay, so we have a boneless, skinless chicken breast, right? And we're gonna butterfly this into 2 pieces. So when I work with meats, I have one hand that stays clean. It's gonna be on my knife. It's gonna be working with this. It does not touch any meat. My left hand touches all the meat, okay? So with chicken, there's 2 parts I get rid of, boneless, skinless, all right? We got this little piece right here, and we got the rib meat right there. We're just gonna slice it out. We don't wanna lose any meat. I'm not trying to waste any chicken. So, I have here a flexible boning knife, okay? I've had this knife for 7 years, I think. And so it's not very sharp, but we're gonna see if we can just run down the center of the chicken and make 2 cutlets, about 1/4 inch thick. Perfect, right? So now we've got 2 pieces of chicken here. This one is perfect, thin, good to go, and it's even throughout. Even thickness, right? This guy is it's not the same story here. It's a pretty thick piece, probably about 1/2 inch thick. So we have got to fix that. And so if you have a meat mallet at home, now is its time to shine. Now is when you pull out your meat mallet, right? Unfortunately, I don't have a meat mallet at home. So what I like to do, we're gonna move our friend here, because this one's great. Just use the back of a pan. And make sure you put some sort of protection over it. I use 2 bags. We're gonna move our friend over here. If I read the chat and I see any beat meat jokes, I promise you guys. And so, at this point, we're left with a nice, even, flat part of chicken. And notice, this hand is clean, it has not touched any meat. And so now we've got 2 even slices of chicken breast, right? So I've got some seasoned flour just with salt and spices. We're gonna dip it in. I'm joking about the meat jokes. It's just in the kitchen, you always hear it. You always hear those jokes. Where's my, there it is. And just for reference, our onions have got a pretty good color on them, so we'll be getting to those next. But in the meantime, we've got our chicken, right? We've got 3 eggs. Now we're just gonna whisk. And at this point, we're going to teach a nice restaurant technique on breading, right? And so you've got dry batter here. You've got wet egg here. You've got another dry batter here. And so one hand is going to stay on the dry. One hand is going to get wet. So if you notice, I'm going to put this chicken into the egg wash, right? This hand is still dry. This hand is going to handle getting all that egg wash on the chicken, and then it's gonna move it over here. This hand does not touch any of the dry. This hand right here touches all the wet. It's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna move that guy over. And then we're gonna chuck our chicken right here, and we're just gonna cover it with these panko breadcrumbs. And if you've been here all weekend, you'll know I'm a huge fan of telling you guys the longer you can keep your chicken in whatever breading you're frying it in, the better your chicken's gonna be, because it has a better chance to adhere to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bury this in panko as we finish our curry. And then once we finish our curry, we're gonna fry it, and it'll be perfectly timed. Boom. So we're gonna move that aside. And next, we're gonna bring our good friend back, right? Who remembers those onions before the stream went down 10 million years ago? They look burnt, right? It's pretty dark. That's what we want. We want all those sugars to start caramelizing. And yeah, you know what? They did get darker than I wanted, but it's cool. This is what's gonna happen. So you're gonna see here, once all that steam stops, I'm gonna push in. And you're actually gonna see, if I can get a better look, right around here, we've got a nice dark color to those onions. That's what you want. If you can get that color to happen over a longer period of time, you'll get them to be a little naturally sweeter. If your stream goes down in the middle of your dinner session and you burn them, then you're left with bitter onions, but that's fine, because you know what we can do? We can always adjust. I've got about a tablespoon of sugar. So, we're gonna add that sugar, deglaze our pan a little bit. Add our vegetables here. We've got those carrots and those onions that we cut earlier. We're gonna add our stock. I like to use Swanson's if I'm cooking at home. I also like bouillon. But for nice dinners, I use a homemade chicken stock. If you follow me on Instagram, I actually just... Potatoes and carrots, sorry. If you follow me on Instagram, I just finished a nice chicken stock. So at this point, check me out. We've got our carrots, our onions, our potatoes in there. We've got our chicken stock in there. And we're gonna bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're gonna let it sit at a simmer for close to about 25 minutes. Once the potatoes are soft and tender, we're gonna add our curry roux, and that is literally it. Yes, I meant potatoes, sorry. Our potatoes and our carrots. So we're gonna move this off for now. And moving back, we have this cast iron, right? We have our cast iron that we're gonna fry our chicken cutlets in. So it's super important to have one of these guys. It's going to be an instant read thermometer. We're gonna want our oil probably around 350 degrees. So right now we're probably about halfway through. So for the time being, we're gonna wait on this guy to heat up. We're gonna wait on our curry to finish. Do you guys have any questions? Do I prefer regular broth or bone broth? I prefer regular, like chicken stock made with bones. And the reason I say that is because there's no actual gelatin in bones. There's gelatin in the connective tissue. So when you're making a stock, and I'll show you guys, it's frozen right now, but I made this stock from scratch right here. And it's so gelatinous and delicious. Like it's like literally like savory cubes of Jello. And I mean, it's so good. They're so delicious. So I prefer, have another Cosmo. I prefer chicken stock made from scratch. I use 5-pound chicken feet, aromatics such as carrots, onions, leeks, garlic, rosemary, thyme. Cook those down, and you're left with a delicious chicken stock. I'm always down for cooking with other people, so if anybody here is close to Tallahassee, just shoot me a message, you know, we can get a social distance dinner going on. Have I seen a YouTube channel cooking with a dog? I have not. I have not seen that YouTube channel. What's the seasoning and the flour for the chicken? So I have a spice seasoning in the normal flour that is going to be, I believe that one was salt, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of paprika, and that was it. And then egg wash into panko. The panko was seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. That's it. Yeah, okay, so about my YouTube channel. Thank you, Step On It. YouTube channel is broken in the About section. I switched to a brand account. And I'm not sure if you guys have ever messed with YouTube channels and switching to accounts or anything, but it's a pain. YouTube and Google have this like lock on each other. And I have a YouTube account from 2006, 2007, and I wanted to switch it to a brand account so I could put all my cooking videos on there. Well, it took my old URL. So right now, my current YouTube link is youtube.com/funsizedtwix. So, but I'm working on getting that back. I'll probably be back next week. Mama Dolce, where are you from? I guess it is time for another Cosmo, huh? It's just a downstairs walk for Grizz right there. Sweet, we're almost there. Cooking with dog puree, then onion caramelized the way you do. What? Oh, cooking with a dog, puree the onion and then caramelize it. That's actually a pretty smart way. The reason I think that's pretty smart is because you're speeding up the breakdown process of the whatchamacallits, of the onions. Yeah, Chrono, come on by. It's a 17-hour drive, you know, just it's right down the street. I'm gonna check that out. How many aprons do you own? And is that a thing for you, buying cool aprons? It is. It is. I got I don't want to reveal how many I have because that kind of, you know, that takes away the surprise. You got to tune in to see how many I got, how many I rotate through. If you're so curious, you know, you can continue to tune in and see how many I got. All right, we're pretty close. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do top down. I'll move our friend to the center. And remember, I've got my instant read thermometer. If you cook at home, you definitely need one of these. You can tell when your chicken's done. You can tell the temperature of your oil. It's 100% worth it. Season 11, episode 43, Leon rewears an apron for the first time. Gina, hello, I'm cooking Korean fried chicken later. Katsu chicken. Japanese curry. I don't have a mesh crop apron. I'm actually a little worried about, you know, people have recommended me that, and I don't think it'd be a very safe practice. Let's go ahead and push in a little bit on this guy. And these breadcrumbs are gonna brown early, so make sure you're moving this chicken. Yes, you can touch the chicken here, but you want a nice even browning. So if you start to see it, like I saw it around the corner here, that means there's a hot spot in my cast iron, I know that. So rotating it here, I'm not sure they exist, but if they do, I'm not getting it. If they exist, you can go ahead and get me one, and we can have a late night stream. And again, I've got a hot spot in my cast iron, and I know this, so I'm rotating this chicken, making sure that it doesn't brown more than I need to. And remember, this is a very thinly cut slice of chicken. It's not going to take a very long time for it to cook. Stream's intended for mature audiences. And so once you start to see it getting brown all around the edges here, you can actually start to check it. We're gonna turn it. We've got some great color on that. Look at that. Look at that color right there. Oh my goodness gracious. But if you guys see how easy that was, I just pounded out a chicken breast, dipped it in some flour, egg, and then some panko breadcrumbs, and you're left with this nice, delicious chicken. It's gonna be crispy on both sides, thin. You can make a sandwich with this. You can slice it, put it on top of your curry, which is what we'll be doing today. Thin, crispy, delicious. It has been seasoned, the meat itself has been seasoned with salt, pepper. The flour was seasoned with salt, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, and the panko was seasoned with salt and pepper as well. So it's been seasoned at each step and accounted for. This hotel room I will not get kicked out of. Luckily, I can cook curry here and not have to worry about getting kicked out of a hotel room. That's a story for another day. And again, this is why I have this thermometer. Go to the thickest part of the chicken. Bet I can cheat it. And again, last thing we want is panko breadcrumbs. They burn really easily. So make sure you're taking care of your chicken here. How can you tell if it's overcooked? If you have your thermometer, you put it in there and it reads at a temperature that's a lot higher than 160. Put it at the thickest part too. Then it'll be overcooked. So we're gonna actually turn it one more time because I think that this side could use just a little bit more cooking. And we are going to, we are almost done, probably about another minute or so. And we've got really good color, really good texture. Someone asked electric stove or gas earlier. Do you think there's a big difference on a gas stove and electric stove? Yes. I prefer gas. I think gas is a lot easier to work with. And in terms of overcooking it, you can definitely tell if you've overcooked it if it's like completely burnt. That's one good way to tell. But again, we've already got a pretty good color on the other side. I just wanted to finish it off, so let's check it out again. I'm gonna show you. Got that delicious, delicious fried chicken right there. Simple, easy. It's at 160, we're good to go. We're gonna come over here. I'm gonna take it off. And let it sit right there. And notice I've got this rimmed baking sheet to preserve that texture. I want this texture to stay, and so if we were to set it straight on the baking sheet, we would lose that texture. So it's pretty nice to invest in one of these bad boys. We're gonna go ahead and do the other piece of chicken. Is it better to do that on paper towels? If you don't have no, because if you put it on paper towels, what's gonna happen is it will absorb the oil, but you're putting it on a flat surface, so it's gonna steam outside of its own skin. So we're gonna cook this last one. And again, you can start to see it brown already at one specific spot right here, right? So our oil is pretty hot, and that means we can turn our chicken to make sure it doesn't brown too much. Any alternative if you don't have that tray? A paper towel will do fine, honestly. You just really don't want to put it on like anything that's just straight on a surface, because if you think about it right now, it's steaming, right? It's still cooking right here. It's still cooking, and you really just want to make sure. I mean, look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. I just want to eat it just like that. It's a little orange lighting right here. It's all right. You just want to make sure that it doesn't steam out its own skin right there. You could use cookie cooling sheets, yes. Cookie cooling sheets. Say that 3 times. Cookie cooling sheets. So the main event, guys, is the Korean fried chicken. If you've got any friends and you enjoy the stream right now, you're definitely going to want them to get in here for this Korean fried chicken, because it's going to be insane. The wire racks that aren't crisscrossed, I'm confused. I'm unfamiliar. Mellow Munchies, I appreciate it. As is chicken fries, we're gonna take a second to look at all the, any follows and subscriptions we've had today. Again, guys, I appreciate you guys during this. K-Rad, I appreciate the subscription. Shadow Your Moon, I appreciate the follow. Lumen Korea, I appreciate the follow. Saidu256, I appreciate the follow. Fate of Tomorrow, thank you. Richard, I appreciate the gifted sub. Mowerman46, thank you for the follow. Amber, I appreciate the 5 gifted subs. Kat, thank you for the follow. Learn every day, I appreciate it. Cook It Up Dre, what's up? Mama Dolce, King Catsby, and Sir Astrius, I appreciate the follow. Blake Davis, thank you guys. Oven rack would work. We are almost good to go here. Turn our friend a little bit more and get some color. Is there any difference in a frying in a pan and a deep fryer? Yes. These cast irons have their own flavor to them. Zach, if you are listening, I could use your assistance down here. You use a lot less oil, you have a little bit more control, and you can work in smaller batches with the cast iron pan. Deep frying is going to be more so for a bigger batch of chicken. So if you have like a really big piece of chicken, you definitely want to use probably a bigger batch, or else you're going to have to use a cast iron, fill it all the way, keep turning it, and it's going to be kind of a mess. Could you turn the white balance on this camera to, it's on a custom, could you change it to like 4,000? It's at 5,500 right now, it's a little orange. This kind of looks like katsu. Well, that's the goal. Keep the ISO. It's just a little orange for my liking on the white balance. It's gonna function all the way to the bottom white balance, and it'll be at like custom 55. Do like 4. You'll see what I mean. Like you can see this here.
Okay.
Breaded fried tofu. Yes. And so let's look at our good friends right here under. I just wanna eat it, you know? We good? I got a good friend Zach who's letting me borrow this camera, and he's doing a quick adjustment to camera 3 here. What oil did I use? I used canola oil. Time is it 10:15? We started at 9. And I think we can go ahead and once this ramen is you guys got me thinking about ramen. Once this curry is ready, probably got about 10 minutes left on this curry. So let's go straight into this Korean fried chicken, right? And we're gonna get right back into our good friend here. Actually, I kind of want to taste it, honestly. It's my knife. I see that crunch. Oh my God. That's fried chicken right there. I need a little salt. You gotta go over one, down, select, and then scroll. Someone said no Nashville hot with this chicken. Absolutely not. That Nashville hot was insane. One more time. Oh, sweet. Guys, this is so good. You live in Monticello? I did see that. How are we looking, Zach?
Still at 55. I don't know if it's letting me adjust your end.
Oh, I got you. All right, it's fine. All right, so we're actually gonna finish this chicken. That's all good. We're gonna finish this chicken. It's over here. A little bit of salt. Cheers. Zach, you want a piece?
I did. Oh,
Very hot.
spicy.
Very, very hot. Ladies and gentlemen, my other roommate, Zachary McNabb. Come on in, man. Just slide on through.
What's going on?
Go ahead and make sure you look at the camera, because I'd be looking right here.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah, that's
make
good.
sure you look here.
Go across that.
Hey, cross eyes. What's up, y'all? Take a piece, man. I recommend this one. It's got a little crisp to it.
For sure. Oh my gosh.
You know? It's just simple, crunchy, easy. Ambone says, Zach, you rule. Zach with an H or Zach with a K?
With an H, thanks for asking.
H.
Sure.
Now, those of you who know Grizz, he's been in my last couple streams.
That's amazing.
Thank you, man. If you know Grizz, he has been in my last few streams.
Oh my god.
He is here, but we need a finished dish. Oh, curry's ready. It's a wrap. I did not think it was gonna be ready that quick. Sweet. If you know Grizzy, show him some love. Let's get some Grizz love in the chat. This curry is about to be insane. Where's it at? Right. Wait, where are you going? All right, so I'm gonna eat the rest of this chicken, right? But how should we do this how should we do the plating, guys? You guys wanna see the plating from this angle or top down? I'm thinking top down. Let's do top down. Let's do top down, you know? All right, so we have got, let's do it right there. A delicious bubbling curry. Not a fan of these white bowls. I hate white bowls. As a matter of fact, I want to do a plate, but because it's a bowl, you know, whatever. I think white bowls are just so like unoriginal. I like the colored bowls. I like originality. Take a little rice. Let's push in just a bit. I don't have any ladles yet. Kind of embarrassing, honestly. Take our curry. Wipe the rim right there. Then we're gonna take our chicken from earlier. We're gonna cut it with a slight bias and serve it over the curry. Finish with a little salt. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, chicken katsu curry. So, Richard, before you come over here and eat this, I need you to do me a big favor.
What do you mean?
There's a battery right there at the very bottom of the bowl, at the very bottom of the mount. It's a. You guys got to see Richard trying to strategize and get this one. Jordan, can you help me out?
Grizz don't fit.
Grizz does not fit. Rotunda, not fit. All right. There's a big battery at the bottom right of the board. I need you to pull it up. Nope, bottom right. Yeah. Yep, take it out. There should be a clip on the right-hand side. The whole thing's not a battery, just the output. There you go, just pull that guy. There you go. And bring it to me right here. You think you can fit over here, Richard, for the food? And if you could push this to me.
We gonna try.
All right, turn it. Sorry, guys. Take that. Yeah. And, all right, if you can move this back. Wait. Ah. Yes, and then there's a power button right here. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, Richard, come on in. I'll push this forward a little bit. All right, so.
Yo, this smells amazing. Y'all already see how it looks.
Zach, you can come down and get a bowl if you're listening.
This makes your soul happy. This is amazing. Oh my.
A lot of good flavors. It's not your traditional curry. We'll do another plating just so you guys can see top down. And we'll do picture in picture. So, get some of those carrots and potatoes, you know. Now this recipe is very versatile. If you're interested in this recipe, type !recipes if you're on Twitch.
Thank you, Leon.
Absolutely, man. Be careful on your way out. And Zach, we're gonna be splitting this one if you don't get down here soon, honestly. Let's see. Actually, let's see what we got, you know. Oh my God, that's good. We're out of chicken, Zach, but I got you curry and rice. Oh my God, guys. This is it. No matter how many times I make this recipe, it always tastes so good. It's a real comfort food. It's like a spiced gravy curry, fried chicken, rice. I mean, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. A Cosmo. You know, we're just having a good time. We're over here chilling. Cooking food, drinking some cocktails. And the best part about it, everything here, this dish right here, cost me $7. And you could make this you could meal prep this, put it in Tupperwares, it'll be good for 3 days. Truffle butter basted steak. I would love to do this kind of episodes if I had the budget for it. Maybe in the future, when brands are like looking at me and they're like, hey, we like what you're doing. We'll give you some money for some truffle butter basted steak. I'll be like, hell yeah. Right now I don't have truffle butter basted steak money in the budget. Appreciate you, Kat. I'm gonna take a couple more bites and we're gonna get started on the Korean fried chicken. It's just damn good. One second, guys. Got some good roommates, you know. I got some good roommates. My roommates are the reason I'm able to make all this stuff happen. You know, if you saw the behind the scenes, I'm taking up literally the entirety of the kitchen, you know, and they're nice enough to believe in the dream and, excuse me, let this kind of stuff happen. So the least I can do is feed them. Zach, I've got you a bowl, 2 forks. Enough for 2 for the birthday girl over there. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wait. Let me show Zach. Now, if you're a roommate with me, this is what you get.
This is the perks.
Here are the perks. Also, if you're in a relationship with me. No, I'm just playing. You don't get all that. You don't get all that.
That's what we call love, Zach.
But yeah.
You got half the full experience.
There's also more, Jordan. I know you're about to play, but. All right, so we are not done, right? We got Korean fried chicken left, and then we'll be done. Thank you guys, but let's do it. This isn't a watch Leon eat stream, it's a cooking stream. So let's cook. But damn, this is good. Let me get one more bite. Man, damn. All right, so uh-oh. I had the lid of my Instant Pot. All right, we're back. We almost had an emergency. Well, we did have an emergency. I'll just handle it later. All right, so Korean fried chicken. Let's get to it. Now, there's a lot of secrets about Korean fried chicken, what makes it good, why it's very different, and why I've saved it for last. And the biggest reason is because it's a very technique-heavy chicken. It's one of those chickens that you see, once you'll see how I do this, you'll be like, that looks delicious. I'm gonna go to a restaurant and get that done. Because there's a lot of work involved, a lot of steps to it. I mean, there's honestly there's a lot of things to Korean fried chicken. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Do you think that pressure cooker is the best way and easiest way to cook rice? I think a rice cooker is the best way and easiest way to cook rice. I say that because it's consistent, but it's kind of unfortunate if you're cooking at your house by yourself for one person and you make 1 cup of rice, it doesn't really cook that great, right? So we're gonna be making a lot of fried chicken here. So we've got boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and you can use bone-in thighs. They are much better, but they do take a lot longer to cook. And we're basically just gonna make nuggets, right? So we're just gonna cut these into, think about when you're cutting these, there's no specific size. I mean, you can measure it, but we're cutting these into bite-sized pieces. That's what you're thinking about when you're frying them. And when you're cutting in knife skills and things like that, you want to think about consistency because these are all going to be going in the same pot. So they all need to be around the same size. Good here. Half. Put that over here. Same thing. We're just going to cut these guys up. Cut this guy up. Cut this guy up. This is a little thick one, so we're going to probably want to cut it up in smaller pieces. And all weekend we've been frying bone-in chicken, right? We've been doing leg quarters. We've been doing bone-in thighs, bone-in legs, bone-in everything, right? Bone-in breast. I'll tell you what, sometimes you just want to eat chicken, pick it up, and not fight with it. There's no shame in that. But we're still using dark meat. So now we've got our chicken cut. Notice I had one hand clean, one hand dirty. We're going to take this guy out. It's going to be sanitized. And here's the secret for Korean fried chicken. It's potato starch. So we're going to take this bag of potato starch. We're going to pour half in there. We're going to take all this chicken, right? We're going to throw all that chicken in there. Then we're going to season the chicken, generous amount of kosher salt. We can actually pull in just a bit. And a good amount of fresh ground pepper. And then same thing. Some more rice flour. Potato starch. We're gonna put the whole thing in there. This potato starch is going to help it crisp. A little bit of baking powder. Baking powder is a tip to Kenji Lopez. Clean our station. And at this point, we're going to mix that together till it's coated, right? Is the music still going? Did the music stop? Now, if you guys have ever touched starch, it's the worst feeling in the world, in my opinion. So we're going to cover that with that seasoned starch, right? So here's the secret. This is covered with that potato starch, and now we're going to move this away. And we're going to make basically a tempura batter. So with this tempura batter, instead of using regular all-purpose flour, we're going to use rice flour, and we're going to make a decent amount. I'm going to use some shochu. If you have vodka, you can do that as well. And we're going to mix in this water until we get this consistency that we want. I have cooked with chopsticks before. They do have the application, but I do like tongs. So we're gonna keep going, just a little more water. This is a little thin, so we're gonna add a little more rice flour. Just a little bit. Tempura is all about, for me, a game of feel. But this isn't an actual tempura, it's a tempura-like system that we're doing. This is wheat shochu. All right, so there we have it. We're also gonna wanna season this guy with a little bit of salt. I'm gonna throw a little bit of curry powder in there. Actually, no, I'm not. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this starched chicken and put it into our mixture here. I like cooking with chopsticks, though. You know what? I was in Japan on my Japan visit. I wanted to get some really nice chopsticks at the restaurant supply store, and they're very expensive. So we're gonna mix this into that batter. And let's just put a little more water. There we go. So we're gonna get this nice gummy base that we're gonna fry, right? So we've got our oil getting hot. So we've got 2 quarts of oil right here. Again, we're going to use that instant read thermometer. Got a decent while to go. In the meantime, how are you guys doing tonight? This will be our last thing that we finish, and that'll conclude our debut week. It's been kind of a crazy. Oh, actually, we got to make sauce, but other than that, yeah, it's been kind of an interesting launch week that we have had here. If you guys know, I've been working on this probably for about 4 months, since July, and it has been quite the bit of work. I'll tell you what, I have learned so much. I've actually gotten closer with some friends because of this. A lot of opportunities, I imagine, will come, but I'm super happy with how everything's gone. I never imagined, like, I look at the behind the scenes and I'm like, this is kind of insane. So, always clean as you go. Baking powder is going to help adhere. Help that mixture adhere. I'm considering taking a trip to Nashville after I made that hot chicken yesterday. I'm really interested to see what real hot chicken's like. And I think it's 7 hours from Tallahassee. I haven't traveled since February when I went to Seattle. So this fried chicken's gonna be fried twice. Yeah, I definitely want Hattie B's, Prince's, I hear is really good. So for this, let me check. There we go. We had a guest just come into my house. It's funny when you're a friend and you're here in Tallahassee and you see me live on Facebook, you're right down the road. You can kind of just, slide on by and get you a plate. No biggie. Our oil's almost ready. Once our oil's ready, we will fry this delicious chicken. This is gonna be a first attempt for yours truly. I've had Korean fried chicken many a times. There's a city in Atlanta called Duluth. They have some of the best Korean fried chicken I've ever had. I've had it multiple times. Kind of have an understanding of how it's made. And at the same time, I watched a whole bunch of videos today and I was like, okay, can do that. But I think that's the benefit of this. You guys get to watch a cooking channel. Orlando is right down the road. Yeah, it's right down the road. And the last part is the gochujang. Yeah, the worst part about Tallahassee is that it's not even real Florida. It's like fake Florida. It's like South Georgia. You're not near any beaches. The only thing you're near is the interstate. So the best part about living in Tallahassee is a quick escape out of Tallahassee. All right, so let's try a piece of chicken. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try a couple pieces first, right? Because what if I do this? So here's good advice on everyone's end, right? Even myself included. What if I tried this, right, and it doesn't work? What if I just dump that whole batch in there and it didn't work? So then I've just ruined everything. But if you try a little bit at a time, see if it works, see if it doesn't, you can kind of gauge it at that point. So anytime you have a new recipe or you're trying something new, you make it. Make it, try it, see if it works. If it does, proceed with the rest of the batch. If it's your first time making it and you're not even sure if this will work, oh, this is gonna be freaking awesome. Oh my God, there's no way. This is gonna be incredible. Okay. Oh yeah, it's a wrap. I'm very excited. Very excited. It's a wrap. Yeah, my biggest thing is I encourage confidence in the kitchen. So it's one thing to be able to read cookbooks and just have an understanding of food, but if you can at least think about something you like to eat, you know, where do you stop at the most? McDonald's, Burger King, Subway, wherever you think about stopping the most, can you make that at home? And think about, one, it'll be better. Two, it could bring you closer to friends and family if you're cooking with people, if you're eating together. And I think if you can get the confidence to actually go in your kitchen, open your shelves and be like, what do I have that I can cook today? And just kind of look around and get an idea, I think you'll be a lot better off. So that's my thing. If I had a shirt, it would say confidence in the kitchen. So we're checking this chicken, right? So immediately, I want to show you guys. It hasn't been frying very long, but you can see it's already got this interesting crust to it, right? It's gonna be crispy. This is gonna be awesome and delicious. You're not taking my pots. These are you're not touching my pots. These are good pots. I'm very, very happy with them. Again, this is another pot I didn't need that they sold to me at Brown's Kitchen. Thank you, Brown's Kitchen. All right, so we're gonna proceed with the rest of the chicken. As a matter of fact, I got a glove. I am top down, right? Darren was behind. Darren was like, I need to see that chicken frying. Boy, if you don't show me that top down. Darren, you're funny, man. Darren's like, I need to see what's going on. I need to see what's in that pot. All right. So this is a tempura batter, right? And so it can get stuck to the bottom. We're gonna hit it with one quick turn. Make sure it doesn't stick all the way. Make sure it doesn't stick to one another as well. And let's do the same thing. Put a little more in there. You can even float. This is a popular technique, is where you float it and it cooks a little bit right here. And then you let it go so it doesn't float to the bottom. Oil is over 350, and the reason it's over 350 is because there's a good amount of chicken being thrown into it, and so I want the chicken to cook. So it's probably around, let's check actually. So in there. Yeah, it's like right at 3. And so again, we're gonna quickly hit it with a quick stir. And let's go a couple more pieces in, and then we'll cover it. Let them bad boys fry. I know my watch is almost dead. You see it? It's actually it's a good reminder not to wear my watch during these things. I wear it so because I'm not having my phone out unless I'm looking at a recipe. I'm just gonna let that go for a few minutes. And we're gonna fry this chicken twice now. So we're gonna fry it for about 3 minutes until it's crispy. We're gonna pull it out, let it rest, and then we're gonna fry it again. You know, it's funny you say that, Fusion. I've had that problem, and I have not realized why. My watch usually lasts a day and a half, and I've been kind of thinking to myself, why is it dying so quickly? But it hasn't bugged me enough to actually research into it. But I'm glad you just said that because that's exactly what's probably happening. All right, so notice there's very little color on this chicken, right? Which is honestly a good thing. We've got a lot of crunch, we've got a lot of texture to the chicken. But there's very little color. So we're gonna take this guy out. Very different from your traditional fried chicken, right? And hell, look at it on number 3 here in a second. Take it out again. And we're gonna wait now. So if you look here, you get this basically tempura fried chicken. It's got very little color. It's got a good crust. But we're frying it twice. Remember, we're frying it twice. So it's not quite done. We're gonna pull it over. We're gonna let it rest for a few minutes, and then we're gonna fry it again. And then what we do is we toss it in a sauce. And then guys, we are home free. I will not be streaming again until next Friday. Next weekend, we will be doing, I'm debating either doing tacos or doing brunch all weekend. I really wanted to do tacos. Just because I've really wanted to make some good tacos, you know? Yeah, I make carnitas, and I'd probably see if I can make lengua. All right. There's a lot of taco meats I haven't made that I need to make. Lenguas, barbacoa. Yeah, so you see what I mean, Darren, is like you learn it. So like this chicken, we're gonna fry it again. You're like, hey, this is cool, but I'm kind of hungry and I want dinner. I don't see myself doing this at home. And there's no problem in saying that. But if you live in a food desert and you like making food from scratch, this is for you. You save the oil, or is it better to toss it? I do save the oil. I filter it through a cheesecloth and I save it for the next session, whatever that may be. And so we're back to frying it again. Frying it twice is gonna get us that super, super crispy skin on the outside. Korean fried chicken is all about texture. Yeah, I use food desert not in the term that it's actually intended to be used, but yeah, if you're in an area that has no real food around you, but you have, you know, that love for food, or you want to have a nice Korean fried chicken, or you've had Korean fried chicken or collard greens before and you just want to make it yourself. This is the spot. This is what would benefit you. So we're gonna let that go for about 2 more minutes. All right, and so now, here we are, right? A big finish. Let's go top down for this bad boy. Got this chicken. It's delicious fried chicken. And you're like, where's the color to my friend? Usually I'm used to that dark brown chicken. I'm usually used to, this doesn't look like the chicken I'm used to. I have a sauce here. And actually, I'll go ahead and show you here. We have the sauce, right? And we're gonna sit there with this chicken and toss it. And this sauce is made with fermented chili paste, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, mirin, brown sugar. The recipe is in recipes. And just a little bit more. Go top down, get a little flipping action. I made the sauce very quickly on the side. We're gonna go here. Oh, we had a loose bandit. Yeah, I don't want to run the stream too long, so I just whipped the sauce up in the back. We have some sesame seeds. And to finish, green onion. Ladies and gentlemen, Korean fried chicken. Oh, Korean fried chicken. Sorry, Mom. She said wipe the side of the bowl. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. You would think I've done this multiple times before, right? Hold on, look at that again. Look at that again. KFC, baby. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we're talking about. It's boiling hot. I know it. I can see it. Everything about this is insanely hot. So let's do a taste. I got sesame seeds all over my board because I wanted to be fancy. All right. That's good. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Foley.
We back again for round 2 of delicious food tasting.
It's very hot.
It's worth it.
Bro, it tastes like Duluth, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's a, mm-hmm.
Still one more piece on my way out.
Well, bro.
Oh, that's hot. It's burns. It's worth it.
We've got one more guest.
I got my Frederick Douglass hair.
Tiffany McNabb. Everybody, Tiffany McNabb. My roommate's sister. My sister. Say hey to Mom. She's right there.
Hey, Mom. You just few.
Very good.
I'm gonna get the one he almost dropped.
Oh man, got a little heat to it.
Man, that's incredible.
Whew.
Ooh, that crunch.
It's all about texture. Korean fried chicken. The name of the game is texture.
Hold up now. Get one for the other man. Sorry, I have one for both hands. Excuse me. Thank you.
So good, guys. A weekend of fried chicken. An absolute amazing time. Guys, this has been a dream come true. And it is just the beginning. I appreciate everybody here. Whew, you guys want some more?
Yeah, yes.
Here, take the whole thing. Go over there, have fun.
Love you.
We got some more.
I'm struggling to hold it.
Yeah, it's okay to.
You guys can hear the crunch,
Right there.
right?
We'll go off my hands instead of the back.
That is the real deal. That's fried chicken, 4 ways all weekend. T-brined, Nashville hot, katsu, Korean fried chicken. We did them all. And if you missed any of them over the weekend, the VODs are on Twitch. It is easy. All the recipes are listed. Get the confidence to cook at home. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we cook. We just have fun, you know? Whew, a little spicy. You know, you make a cocktail and just cook, have some fun. So, man, I'll tell you what, I've had a blast. We got food for tomorrow, for the next day. Today, everything went to hell. I mean, I will be honest, it was not a good setup. It was not an easy setup. But man, the food is unmatched. So good. I don't think I would change anything about that fried chicken. I'm gonna work on it a little bit, but every single time I cook with new recipes, I change a little bit of something. So I think we have got the start of something amazing. Whew. That being said, guys, it's 11:10. I try not to make these super long because I like for people to be able to watch the VODs afterwards. So until next time, I think this weekend we're doing tacos. Let me think about it for a second because I think it might be a little out of my budget, but we'll see. Let me get one last thank you to anyone on Twitch. Steve Jab, I appreciate the follow. Loves T, gifted 5. Tier 2 community sub gifts, I appreciate you. Forecast, thank you for the follow. Dwans, Crappuccino, what a name grab. The Meta Archive, I appreciate the follow. Kimmy Roo with the subscription. Twitch Lover, thank you. Rafi Toro, thank you. Howard, thank you for the follow. Guys, we are here. We have something amazing on our hands this weekend. Actually, do me a favor. I don't have an official name for this yet, but I do want to call it Crossover Kitchen. So if you're watching right now, this is what I'm going to do. I mentioned this earlier. If you're watching right now, get your cameras out on whatever monitor you're watching on. Take a picture. Post it on your social media, whether it be Crossover Kitchen, and put hashtag Crossover Kitchen. Tag me. All my information is right here. At Leon C. Brunson, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter everybody who hashtags Crossover Kitchen with a picture into a giveaway. We'll be giving away a Lodge cast iron pan at the end of the 3rd week. So this is an exclusive thing I will not be mentioning on social media. You got to be here for it to understand how to enter. So post it, Instagram, Facebook, social media, take a picture. Say, oh my gosh, I love the stream, or oh my gosh, he has no idea what he's doing. Post it, hashtag Crossover Kitchen. That is CROSSOVERKITCHEN, hashtag Crossover Kitchen. Take the picture, post it. My socials are here. Tag me in it, and you will be entered in a giveaway for a Lodge cast iron pan. So again, I'm all about inspiring confidence in the kitchen. We got a little bit of a mess we're gonna clean up today. But I love you guys. Until this weekend, tell me what you want to see this weekend. I'm pretty set on tacos, I'll be honest. So I want to experiment with some things. Let's do tacos. Let's commit to tacos. We're gonna do tacos this weekend. Let's do tacos. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Good night.